So, this will be a little different video. I'm not really working on anything this weekend. Not really lit up and partying, anything like that. I was just, I had a weekend off and I've decided to take it off instead of working on the property, which gives me time to think. And something I was thinking about that I wanted to make a video about is like something I'm learning having my own property, um, living by myself for the first time in my life. Like, I always want to say in my adult life, and then I'm like, well, you didn't live on your own as a kid either. I mean, don't get me wrong, I've had some homeless times, I've had some times by myself, but it's funny when I think back to those in my 20s, it was like, it's weird. I was so much happier than I am now, but it had more to do with the fact that life was still kind of my bitch. Like, I was still making life what it is. Um, what I'll say about it is it's harder, you know, when you're by yourself. It's not loneliness that gets me, it's all of the work, all of the bills, all of. I've spent my whole life splitting things with people, and look, that's not to say that, like, financially I'm doing bad. I'm not. What I mean is, like, the mental stress of knowing that it's all on you. Now, keep in mind, on top of it, running a business. So, like, even getting work is on me. It's not like I'm mad at my boss because I don't have enough hours. No, if I don't have enough hours, that means I'm not doing my job, and my job is never ending. I mean, I yesterday was one of my most relaxing days because I took the day off and just hung out and drank some beers and drank a little bit of honey whiskey and just fucking hung out and watched videos on fucking YouTube, and nobody bothered me yesterday. And I hate to talk about work and like I'm ungrateful. I'm grateful for the work I have. It just, some of the people that talk to me didn't listen to me in the first place, and then I end up having to fix problems in a rush that I already told them existed. So I deal with a lot of that too. I guess point being, though, it's like once you're doing all that by yourself, and you realize you're doing all that by yourself, you just really start to get a sense of who the fuck you are. Because you're never going to get that while you're next to somebody, while you're hanging out with your friends. Even though you may not act like your friends, that's fine. But, like, until you're truly by yourself, with nobody to point a finger at, nobody to blame anything on, nobody to influence you, nobody to tell you what you're doing is wrong or right, that's when you figure yourself out. And I'm getting there, man. I mean, truthfully, I'm waiting for like January, February when I get like 2 months out here in the fucking cold ass winter with no work, and I don't have to deal with customers as well. Because, like, I don't know how people imagine what my lifestyle is, but I don't just sit out here with a golden goose paying my bills and not talk to anybody. I'd love to, but I usually spend, well, at least 75% of my time talking to people and making their dreams come true, fixing their houses, doing their things. And I'm doing it for money, for my own dream, but it's a lot. It's a lot all the time. And then it's so physical, my line of work, being a construction worker, that sometimes by the time I get some time to myself, like this weekend in particular, look, man, I'm tired. And it's okay that I'm tired. And it's taken me a long time to be able to admit that shit to myself. That I'm tired. That my back hurts. That my fucking knees hurt. That my feet hurt. That my ankles hurt. I've been taught to suck it up and go to work for so long that now that I don't have to, I'm having to retrain myself to go, no, man, like, you spent yourself making everybody else's dream come true. Now you need to take a break. Then you can make your dreams come true. It goes along with the idea that you can't help anybody without helping yourself. But I'd say in the construction line of work, if you're physically the one, if you're at the stage in my company that I am, where I'm just doing it all, like, I don't have a secretary, nobody's booking shit for me, I do all of it, all the time. And when I finally get a chance to take a break, I'm usually like, shit, man, there's so much to do on this property. What's important for me to realize, and this doesn't apply to everybody else, but, like, the work's never going to end out here. There's always going to be shit to do. So I have to learn. It's weird when you're renting a house, and even if you work a physical job, you get off of work and it's not your job to fix that house. But here, in my life, it's all my job, all the time. And so you have to learn to take a break, and that break, point being here, is, and that break is even, like, I'm to the point where physically, like, my break can't be going to a party and spending the night on my friend's couch. And, you know, as much as I'd love to socialize, it's like I gotta take the rest where I can get it right now. I love people. I really do. But I deal with people and their problems for a living. And so my idea of rest is to sit by myself and just try not to do anything that involves, like a doctor would tell you, like lifting over 50 pounds. Like, I really try to just keep it low key on the days where I really start to see that I'm burnt the fuck out. Because burnout is real. And there's all these motivational speakers that are like, oh, you should be tired, you should be worn out. Yeah, you should be. You should at least feel that every now and again, but that doesn't mean you have to live there. And I don't think if you asked one of those guys straight up, like, am I supposed to live in burnout? Like, no, man, because then you're just you're an asshole. I can be a real asshole when I'm tired. So this has gone longer than I expected, and I don't know if I'll post this or not. If you're not sure who you are, this was the point of this. I got a little out there on work. If you're not sure who you are, then get some time to yourself. Like, some real time. We're talking a month, sitting by yourself. 6 months, a year, sitting with you, your thoughts, and your responsibilities, and nobody else to blame anything on. Then you will know who you are. And once you know who you are, you're ahead of the game, because a lot of people aren't going to be doing that. They're going to be blaming their spouse. They're going to be blaming their friend. They're going to be blaming their roommates. They're going to be blaming their parents. They're going to be blaming everybody for why they aren't happy. But once there's nobody to blame and you're sitting by yourself for an extended amount of time, you start to realize that it really isn't any of that. And then you got a place to start. Y'all have a good day.